Hello and welcome to Words and Music Recommendations with me, Susie B.
And me, Pete.
Okay, so this week we are in the studio, but we have been out and about, haven't we? Where did we go? We went to Evesham and we visited the Church of All Saints and Abbey Park.
Yes, but the video isn't going to be of Evesham, is it? It's going to be...
No, but what I wanted to say,
Yeah.
Is...
Well, let's just tell them where the video is.
No, I was going to say, if you want to go and have a look where we've been this week, go over to Tales from the Time Traveller's Notebook and you'll see where we've been out and about this week. But we've also been a few other places this week, which Pete will explain now where we've been.
Yes, well, we had to go to Cirencester, so I'll say Tewkesbury, Cirencester. So on the way back, we decided to go through Bilberry. Got a bit of a video going through there. So that's the video you'll be seeing. But I am putting some photos up from Tewkesbury, which is got a couple of beautiful churches there. The Abbey grounds, which you had a good look around. I couldn't do too much because of my leg. So you can tell.
It wasn't Tewkesbury.
Sorry, Cirencester. I do beg your pardon.
We went to Evesham.
Yeah, Evesham. Okay, I'll get it right in a minute. Evesham. Yes, okay. Go on, you explain. Go on.
We went to Evesham, but we have been to Tewkesbury Abbey, and we have been to...
we haven't got any film though. Oh, we have actually.
No, we did have a load of films of places we've been, but me being me, I have lost all my videos.
Yeah, well, I do think at one point, one of the hard drives decided it wasn't going to live anymore and committed suicide.
Yes.
I did my best to get the stuff back, but unfortunately most of the video files were corrupt and I couldn't get them back.
No.
I got some photos back, but that's why it pays to have backups. So now I've got about 6 discs and I've got backups of them. So
yes,
unfortunately we lost a lot of photos and some photos we could never get back, which is a bit sad.
Yes.
But
none of these photos either are Cirencester or Tewkesbury.
These things happen, don't they?
Yeah.
Because it's technology, and technology is always going wrong. And now, most of the time, we move over to SSDs, solid state drives, but they can still fail. Because I had a Samsung 1 terabyte one, which did fail. Luckily, I managed to get some of the stuff off there because I had a backup of it anyway. But I did manage to recover a bit, but then it wouldn't work. But it was under guarantee, so they replaced it free of charge. But even SSDs fail. But obviously, mechanical ones have got a lot of moving parts in, and they're very prone to bad sectors and failing, and you do tend to lose all of your hard work. And this day and age, nobody seems to print photos anymore. So if you've got photos, it could be a good idea to still print them out just in case. You're especially phones now. Most people have all their photos on their phone, don't they?
Yes.
So you have to say a particular phone that's like a fruit, if you have that particular kind, or an Android. And you might have hundreds and hundreds of your photos, maybe even very precious photos of your children, family members. I would say get them off there, save them off, or get them printed. And a good place to go is free prints, because every month you can get so many pictures.
Yeah, 6x4.
Yeah, and all you do is pay post and packaging.
20, 30 or something.
Yeah, and it's genuine.
Like
it's not
no,
one of these.
We've been using them for years.
And also Paul used them because it's not a con.
Yeah.
Because obviously
you're basically just paying the post and packaging.
Yeah, a lot of these places, they spring up and you think, oh, that's a con just to get your credit card details. But free prints are genuine as long as you go to the right site. Yeah. And they also do photo books. We've had a photo book.
Put it in the link.
Yeah, I'll link it.
Put it in the link for you.
Well, you got anything? You've got some new books, haven't you?
Yes, I have.
Go on then. What
I've got a graphic novel. One about the Joker, actually, which would be interesting. It's Alan Moore. Alan Moore is a good cartoonist, and this is called The Killer Joke. So that's me interesting. It's about the madness of the Joker, but he's infecting Batman. With his, it's crossing the line. It's interesting. So it's going to be an interesting. It's about the insanity, affecting the insanity of other people. His insanity, history in maps, and that doesn't look interesting. I haven't gone into depth looking at it yet because I don't want to spoil it because I've got quite a few other books to read at the moment, and I have a murder book which I will tell you about after. So got a few books coming up that I could tell you about. Pete's happy that his car's gone for the MOT. Eventually.
Because I was hoping it would. Well, I always get it ready. Check everything, bulbs and tyres, everything looked good, running well. Unfortunately, the back brake, the parking brake was seized a bit. And so in the end, it cost me £160, but that did include mostly labour, which is really expensive. But my garage is a genuine Troopers Lodge. I wouldn't go to anywhere else because we have been ripped off badly in the past by garages saying that you need all this work done when you really don't, and that happens a lot to people. But I will say, Troopers Lodge in the past, one day where they worked on my car all day,
Yes, they did.
but they only charged me for the work when they found the problem, which was a fuel pump, as an
And I
hour or
have to
two, and they
say-
are genuine.
And they was very genuinely enough. When they put the part on, they thought it was, and it wasn't the part. They took the part back off and didn't charge you.
Yeah,
nor
no,
for the work
no,
they did.
exactly.
Because they said it was their fault.
Yep.
So,
and in the end, they found it's a fuel pump.
Yep.
And all I paid was for the fuel pump and the
I
labour
think
for fitting it. It was brilliant.
I think they must have had that car for about 3 days or more.
In the end, yeah.
Yeah, and they didn't charge you for having it.
No.
And we could not believe the bill when it came in. Thought, oh, this is going to be hundreds and hundreds.
Ridiculous.
And it wasn't.
No.
It was, even though they said, because they were determined to find the fault,
Yeah.
so they kept it.
As everybody knows, I mean, garages commonly are ripping you off, unless you can get one you trust, and which luckily we have now, which is Troopers Lodge on Borton on the Hill.
Yeah.
So I'd say if you're ever this way and you need a garage, go into there. You'll get good treatment and they're genuine.
Yes.
Unfortunately, there's not a lot of them about. You can't trust them.
They were very good as well. When you limped into there, when the car broke down on the hill, you limped in there.
Yeah.
They took you home.
Yeah, they took us all home. There's 3 of us. We come back from
We couldn't get any further.
No, I just managed to crawl up the hill because the fuel pump was going. It was cutting in and out.
And you said, can we ring a taxi? And they said, no, we'll take you home.
Yeah. They said, come on, get in the car. There's 3 of us, me, Susan, and
The
Mum.
secretary,
We've been there
wasn't it?
shopping. Yeah. We got all the shopping and they took us home.
Yeah, so they didn't even charge you for that, did they? No, so that's very good.
They are one of the garages I only trust with my car now.
Yeah.
Because I know I'm not going to be conned out of money. So, and this time they actually did, because I thought, well, I'm going to need new back brakes, and it's drums, unfortunately. I don't like drum brakes. I'd rather have discs on the back, discs and pads, but it's drums. And I thought, well, if they can't fix it, if it's seized, they might have to put new drums on. But no, she said, I'll go and have a word with the boys. She said, they're going to try and then seize it, and then all they'll charge you is the labour, and that's what they did.
Yeah, so that was very good.
Another garage would have said, you need a complete replacement of all your brakes, because that's maybe £400 or £500 for back, to fix all the back brakes.
And they picked it up and dropped it back off.
Yeah, free of charge.
Free of charge. And there was somebody who complained they got charged.
Oh, from another garage they got charged, I think, £50 because 2 people had to come.
Yeah.
Not this garage, it was a separate garage somewhere else. 2 people come to pick up the car and drop it off, and it's £50 charge extra.
Yep.
And this was free.
So. He even left his car here, didn't he?
Yeah, outside, yeah.
He said, do you mind if I leave my car here? And he left it all here all day, didn't he?
Yeah, that's fine.
And then when he brought yours back, he took his car.
Yeah, that's fine. So, yeah.
If you're ever this way and need a genuine
Troopers Lodge. Yeah.
Troopers Lodge, we recommend.
I'm not getting paid on. Don't get any discounts for that. It's just
we don't recommend.
When you find somewhere that you can trust, it's very important.
And you like to share, don't you?
Yeah, especially I know I'm not being sexist here, but I know a lot of garages rip off the ladies more because men tend to be more aggressive, don't they? And they think, but the ladies tend to get conned a lot. You need new tyres, you need all new brakes. Because they assume ladies don't know nothing about cars.
Well, we actually...
Some do, don't they? They know everything about cars better than me.
We had a very bad incident once with cars when we were in Cheltenham. They took your back brakes off, didn't they, without your permission?
It was a free check.
Free check, took the brakes off. They fell to bits, didn't they?
Yeah, well, so they said. And so I had to have new drums and discs.
Even though you had a good argument with them by telling them to pull them back on, and they said they couldn't.
No, there was nothing I could do then. What could I do?
Yeah.
But anyway.
So
we've been out and about, haven't we, again, filming, trying to get some filming. Yes. So it'll be a bit of fast filming to start with, you'll be watching. Then we're going to go into Bernie. Now, Bernie keeps thinking he's not doing a good job, but honestly, Bernie, your voice is so incredible. You got the voice for reading out on the radio. I haven't. I hate the way I sound. I'm not sure Susan likes her voice. I mean, it sounds good. I think most people like Susan's.
No, most people think I sound like an old farmer.
Honestly, I promise you, Bernie, it's not just us saying it. Loads of people before have said how much they enjoy listening to you because you've got that perfect voice for the radio, for television. Television. You're a brilliant presenter.
Yes,
you really are.
No,
you'd do so well if you did that sort of thing. You could. And I know you're a big fan of Jack Hargreaves, but you are like him. You are
Yeah.
so
Funny enough, we
good.
were watching him the other day,
Yeah,
weren't
it's
we?
good series.
Yeah.
And honestly, Ben, your videos are fantastic on your YouTube. A Station Master's Choice, War Commentaries and more. So go and have a look at Bernie's YouTube channel, which I shall link in the description.
Actually, we will recommend a TV show,
Oh yes, a couple.
Picard.
But yes, the last series of Picard we
It's a
started
couple of years
watching.
old, but if you haven't watched it,
Yeah, because I tend to get, when they offer me free Prime from that big shop in the sky, the one everybody seems to use. It's probably putting every shop out
what
of
the
business.
Lady Warriors, what the Lady Warriors are named after.
Yes, ladies of the Amazon. Yes, mine and Robert's fantasy ladies.
Yeah, there you go.
The
That was
Amazon
easy.
Warriors, and
Yeah.
probably David's maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, there's one way of saying it if you don't
Yes.
want to advertise it.
So the Amazon Warriors ladies, their shopping channel,
Yes, there you go.
shopping internet channel from them.
Yeah.
But they offer you free Prime every now and again, or Prime for £1. So I take it whenever I can get it for free, because I don't really like paying for any television or stuff like that. Admittedly, it's probably worth it in the long run if you buy a lot of shopping from there. Their post and packaging's gone
You've
up.
gone off the trail again.
I'm just saying. So anyway, sorry, Picard. We've been watching the latest series of Picard. I think it's the last one.
Well, it's about 2 years old now, but we've only just found it,
admittedly,
didn't we?
it's 2 years old. We
Something like
always watch stuff years and years when it's
that. Yeah, well, we never
finished.
tend to watch a lot of TV, do we?
But it's fantastic. And Reacher, we've been watching Reacher.
Yeah,
I must
that's
admit, the series of
quite
that is really
interesting.
good.
Not this one. The first two, I'd recommend the first two, but the second one's a bit... The third one, the one you're watching now, I don't personally think it's as good as the first two.
I like it.
But it's well worth a watch, I'd say, anyway.
Yeah, well, we better say about some music.
Yes, go on then, sorry.
Okay, let's cut into some music and we'll be back. So, first of all, we're going to have I Dreamed of Flying by the fantastic Massimo Peretti. Then we're going to No Age or No Age. I think it's said a different. David says it a different way. I'm probably saying it wrong. I think it's like No Age or something. But I say No Age, but it's No Age.
We have
That's
terrible pronunciation.
Silent Breath. Then Clive Nolan and Oliver Wakeman and Dangerous World. We'll have that one. And then my favourite, Kate Bush and Oh to Be in Love. So we'll have to go and have a listen to them. And now we're going to be back now.
Oh,
because
yes.
we didn't go anywhere. We're back.
Stout. Marshmallow stout.
Yes. I can't remember where we got it from. It's one of those cheap
Aldi.
shops.
It was Aldi or Lidl.
The other shops are available.
Yes.
It was interesting. It's stout, which I'm not sure about those.
Your mum
But
liked it though, didn't
yeah,
she?
yeah, because my gran used to drink stout, so but it wasn't too sharp or bitter, and it had a bit of a sweetness, but it didn't really taste like
But
marshmallows.
your mum saw though the line that she could taste the marshmallows
maybe.
after, didn't she?
Yeah, it was okay. It was quite reasonable. I quite liked it.
Well, it was only £1.25 or something like that, so it was worth a try.
Quite nice, and it's good for you anyway. They're meant to have that, or Guinness, lots of iron, isn't there?
Yeah, iron. Because I knew an old man who had an operation, and his wife didn't like him drinking, but he got the doctor to tell his wife that Guinness was good for him, so he was allowed to pint of Guinness a day. And because the doctor told her that she had to give him a pint of Guinness, he got his pint of Guinness, and she couldn't argue with him. And I was me trying not to laugh when he was telling this story, because I thought that's so funny. And his wife doesn't like him drinking, but he got around it by persuading his doctor to tell him, it's good for him. So I did like that. That's quite funny.
Yeah,
actually.
that's good. Right. So
what else do you want?
Hang on. We'll go back with some more music.
Okay, go on.
Okay, next up we will have Mostly Autumn and Passengers. That'll be the live version. Kate Nord, the amazing, beautiful Kate Nord, and that is The North Wind and the Troll. Brilliant track that is, that one. And then Marillion and Easter, because we're coming up to Easter soon, aren't we? I do believe.
Yes, at some point.
Mother's Day on Sunday. Mother's Day on Sunday.
Is it?
Yes, it's Sunday coming.
Okay.
I was going to go in, but I can't now because all the holidays are sold out.
Okay.
I wanted, because I had been messed about with the hospital, thank you very much, and my car had to go for an MOT, which was a bit late because I couldn't get it earlier.
Oh, right, okay.
So yeah, unfortunately, and I did buy Mum a pair of shoes today from the garden centre for Mother's Day, but she's now decided she doesn't want them, so which is typical, and a pair of trousers she's got. So tomorrow we have to go back and she's getting a refund because she doesn't want them.
Oh,
So now I've got to find her something else.
Don't worry, I'm not so oblivious to the world of everybody. It's just that I don't think about Mother's Day and things to do with mothers a lot, do I? Because it's only because we're in the state, Well, no, I haven't got a mum, have I? Or I've got a gran, and I don't think about these things.
Well, no, you don't. You don't consider my mum anything to do with you, do you?
Oh, don't start that on the radio.
I'm just saying. I mean, you don't think of it, do you? So it's unfortunate. Now I've got to find you another present.
Well, not the radio, on the show.
On the radio, we're not on the radio.
Oh, well, you know what I mean.
No, I mean, I bought her those shoes and I thought, she liked them in the shop, like she does. Like we've been to certain other shops, like Pavers, before. At Evesham, everything seems to revolve around Evesham.
And mum's shoes are always going back, so there's no, problem.
It's difficult to buy mum's shoes because I never buy her shoes unless she's with me. And then
you can't buy mum's shoes. You can't buy her handbags. You can't buy her makeup.
No, handbags I can get right.
You can't buy her clothes.
No, clothes is out the question because everything.
And you can't buy her deodorants and smellies.
No, because there's only certain ones you can use.
And it's
very difficult. And of course, music. Music's difficult to buy now because I don't know if anybody buys CDs anymore because everything's streaming, isn't it? Yeah. I know probably a lot of the older generation might not do that because obviously you've got to have internet, you've got to have a computer or internet radio.
And maybe. She doesn't like books that much. They have to be.
No, it's Kindle now. She likes Kindle.
It has to be Kindle, so you can't go in a shop and see a book and say, "Oh, Mum, I like that."
No, because she does like reading the books, like say about London, old time London. Because her favourite author, she's got.
It was from my days of words and music. My book thing.
Your book reviews. You shut that down, didn't you?
Yes, I did. Yes.
Because you got fed up because nobody was interacting much, was it?
No, it wasn't that. I mean, it was doing well. It's just that I did it for 5 years.
And you was helping everybody, but nobody was bothering with you. When you wrote your books, like nobody bothered giving you much help back.
It wasn't so much that. What it was I had to run I was running a website for 5 years. And it, for me, is a lot of concentration, a lot of hard work, because it wasn't just book reviews. I was doing interviews as well. I mean, I interviewed over 55 authors, and that's just not 55 interviews. It was time and time.
And then, of course, you had to write up the website. And then, of course, with dyslexia, that took a lot longer, didn't it? But you did meet some amazing people, and a lot of them are still friends. Sadly, though, some of them have passed away.
Yes, sadly they have.
Mariah Carey, is it Carey? I can't think. It's not Mariah Carey. it's that like that, isn't it?
Yeah.
She was an amazing lady who wrote some really interesting books.
Yes.
Which you wouldn't think a lady of that generation would write the books like sci-fi cowboy books. She was they were good. They were good books.
Yeah, but as I said, it's just if you got a bad memory and you've got to remember so much as well. And after
you did it, it was really good. They really enjoyed it. The authors liked it, didn't they? Because they always wanted to be interviewed by you.
Yeah,
because you asked different types of questions.
Every month I was doing interviews.
Yeah.
But it was just so much.
But you did make a lot of friends out of it, and you still got a lot of them as friends, didn't they? Which is nice because some of them are nice, aren't they?
Yeah, really nice. But as I said, you got to understand. A lot of things that I do, you think to yourself, well, why the hell do you do it when you know it's so much hard work for you? It's basically because every time I'm told I can't do something, I'm determined to do it. That's my problem. I'm stubborn, see. So going to put Bernie on?
Yes, let's go with Bernie. Bernie's reading, as I said. Bernie, honestly, Bernie, you're doing an amazing job. I know it's difficult to read Spike Milligan because some of the stories in there, what he writes, are not probably suitable maybe for this type of thing because, well, it's the times, isn't it? And you've got to be careful. But what you have read, Bernie, has been amazing, and this one's brilliant. And when Bernie does these things for us, he gets the voices, and it really does take you there, doesn't it? It's fantastic. So, Bernie, honestly, we can't say thank you enough for what you're doing. It's just amazing. And he's asked what to read next. Maybe we'll get him to read a bit of Luna or one of the other books. That'd be a bit fun. See what voices he comes up with for Luna. Couldn't he?
Yes.
Are you there, Susan? Where you gone? Are you gone away? You fallen asleep?
Yes, I might be.
Right, we're going to put Bernie on now. So let's sit back, get your tea, coffee or whatever and enjoy Bernie.
I'm sitting here looking at my copy of Adolf Hitler, My Part in His Downfall. It's getting very tatty, which shows how many times I've read it. But, it's not easy these days to find bits from it that make you laugh. I mean, they always make me laugh, but humour being what it is, today's audiences may not find these things as funny as I do. So, for all I know, I could be boring the pants off you. And to be honest, I don't know how many more extracts I feel I can read from this. I think it's something which either you have to listen to Spike Milligan telling it himself, or you have to read for yourself, because I'm feeling very inadequate in doing it justice, and I've got to do some serious thinking about, to be honest, whether I feel I can read any more. It's difficult. But anyway, for this week, I've chosen just a short piece because it is funny and it's not. There's a funny bit at the end, but just goes to show what sort of things happen in the war. Spike Milligan has decided that he wants to be a pilot. So about now, of course, the heroes of the war were the RAF pilots. It made you green with envy on leave. All the beautiful birds went out with the pilots. I couldn't stand it anymore. I volunteered for the Air Force. I had to be interviewed by Leather Suitcase. Hey, you want a transfer, Milligan? Yes, sir. I want to join the RAF. Ah, yes. Those are the ones that fly. Yes, sir. They go up, whereas we just go along. Have you ever flown before? No, sir, but I've been upstairs on a bus on my own. No, what I said was, have you ever flown before? I didn't say anything about buses. No, sir, I have never flown before. Your father has written to me about it, and I would recommend you for a transfer. So, February 1941, I was called for an interview to Kingsway House. I waited in a room with about 40 other hopefuls, and after an hour I was called before a man who appeared to be wearing a pair of hairy, outstretched wings under his nose. I see you want to join the RAF. Yes, sir, I have the character and temperament that is admirably suited to that arm. Then what would you like to be? A pilot, sir. Ah, want to go out with pretty girls, eh? After a stringent physical examination, they told me, sorry, old chap, your eyesight isn't up to what we need for a pilot. However, we do have a number of vacancies for rear gunners. No, sir, I don't want to be at the back. I want to drive. Sorry, lad, that's all we can offer you. I stood up, saluted smartly, and exited. As I walked down the corridor to the street, I saw what was possibly the ugliest wham I had ever seen. Cheeky, she said as I passed her. A strange sort of voice. Oh, perhaps they were right. Perhaps I had got bad eyesight.
Okay, thank you very much, Bernie. Very much appreciated, isn't it, Susan?
Yes, it is.
Come on, then. Come on. Leave that alone.
What do you mean leave that alone?
Why,
I wasn't doing the thing.
You're fiddling with your computer.
Well, I was just putting it straight.
We're going to have 3 more songs. That'll probably be the last of the songs for a minute. Well, from this week. So this is one called The Siege album, and this is by Imaginaerium, which is their new album, which is available to pre-order. I'm not sure if it's out yet. And this track is All There Is to See. Now, this one's available on Bandcamp. You can have a listen. So go to Bandcamp, which I will link it, and go and buy their album, because it's an incredible album, isn't it?
Yep.
Right, and then we will have Come Full Circle, Fleur Jensen, fantastic track. And one of my favourites from Curve there, Melinda, More or Less, which I love that track. I was always playing that one. Okay, so that's the music for this week, and now we can continue with something else. Go on then, what are we going to do?
An anonymous poem about peas.
Oh, okay then, go for it.
The little green demons, a faint attack, a garden's betrayal, a culinary crack. They sit on a plate a regimental line, a fatant invasion, distant, not mine. I loathe the texture, a slightly soft pulp. They burst in my mouth, but a good flavour should drop. A starchy green sweetness, a vegetable lie. I push them aside with sorrowful sigh. My grandma insisted they're good for your health, but flavour as virtue is culinary stealth. They lurk in the stir fry, they hide in the stew, a constant reminder of what I can't chew. So bring me the carrots, the spinach so bright, but spare me the peas and let them take flight. They're tiny green demons, the vegetable curse, and I will rage this war until the last verse. I hate peas.
Does that mean somebody doesn't like peas?
I think somebody does. They don't like peas.
I like peas. I just dropped something on the floor, not the microphone.
No, don't worry.
Okay, anything else? Because we're in 26 minutes, so try and talk for a couple more minutes.
Well, what do you want to talk about now?
I don't know.
Where are we going next week? Anywhere next week?
I might go to Slaughter, which is a horrible name, but it's a beautiful little village. So there's upper and lower. I'll try and do that. I have got an appointment at the hospital to speak to the surgeon on Friday, so that's back to the hellhole Gloucester is, because I hate driving around there. So I'm going to find a new way to go in, because we nearly had an accident last time. A lorry narrowly missed us, skip lorry. So I wouldn't have had a car this week to go into the MOT. So
you might be avoiding in hospital.
It might have been, yeah. They could have fixed my foot, couldn't they? Then I'd have been in casualty.
Mind you, it was on my side, so it wasn't yours so much. So
no, that would have been nice, wouldn't it? A nice big dent in the car from a skip lorry, the total of the car.
Might have had a dent in us.
Yes, might have done.
More than a few.
So no, I might go to Slaughter. I might go to Bolton on the Water. The trouble is if you pick the wrong time and it's after sort of 10 o'clock in the day, every day, it is packed solid and you cannot move for people. So you need to get there, do a Bernie, because Bernie likes to get out early in the morning, and I see why. If we could get there, say, 6 o'clock in the morning, before anything opens and before the crowds get there, we could probably have a nice quiet walk around, get some film. But I'm not sure yet. We're going to see. We need to do a couple more churches, and there's a never famous person not too far away, Ronnie Barker. He's up the road in the cemetery. I must go and see that. Maybe have a look around there. I'm not too sure really.
The weather's coming nice, so we'll potter around to see what we can find.
Yeah, I try and get some more drone work, get some more filming for drones.
Yeah.
My drone at the moment. Not sure where yet though. I've got a few more to go.
We could also go back to Evesham Abbey because that's quite open.
Yeah, maybe we've got to get there. But again, there's a lot of
rude people,
very nice people in the park, and using a lot of foul language.
We do mention that on the video, yeah.
Very sad. You know, you're trying to walk around, have a peaceful evening. You've got these yobbos and a lot of immigrants in there, and they've got some disgusting language, and they're very ignorant. They push past you, bump into you. You know, it's very annoying now. These towns are being ruined by these people, and they've got no respect. And there's graffiti everywhere. Well, it's sad because Evesham was a lovely place, but it's turning into a bit of a dump. Like Gloucester, Cheltenham, and a few others. They're being ruined by people. Sadly, certain kinds of people.
Well, I think that's it really for this week.
Yeah, I think so. Yep. Okay, well, thank you for listening and watching. I might be putting a video on the end of this because I think we've talked over the video I've got already. So I'm going to shove a bit of Evesham in. So you will see Evesham, but I'm going to take the sound out, obviously, because Susan's waffling on about something or other. You don't want to listen to her again, do you? But no, I can't. I've got to take the sound out because you can see the video with the sound on in her channel. And what's your channel called, Susan?
Tales from the Time Traveller's Notebook.
Yes, so go and have a look at that. Go and subscribe and like it. And there's some great videos on there.
Yes, you can see Luna too.
Yes, Luna's on there. Plenty of Luna, and there'll probably be a lot more coming up.
Our grumpy cat who's asleep at the moment.
Oh, she's looking. Oh, no, she's not. She's looking. She's looking at my ukulele.
Oh, I don't know. I think she's looking at my paintings.
Okay, yes, probably, yes. Eyeing them up. Okay, so thank you again for watching, listening, and hopefully you do some commenting. And this should be going out on the premiere, so we'll be talking to you on Saturday afternoon. And again, thank you so much, Bernie. Much appreciated.
Yep.